MPU! Something smells actually really good. Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at Masterpiece Ultra, MP Ultra, MPU-01, Destron New Jetron Warrior Thrust version 2. That was a mouthful, and I can't believe they actually call him Thrust. The packaging is very nice, very Takara-esque. I like that one, actually. Very nice pictures here, and we're going to bring in the original Starscream. I'm not going to bring him in alt mode because it's Takara brittle plastic, so I don't dare transform it, but this I will transform, of course. And here you can see everything you get with him, and I will show that off in a second. He comes with a very nice manual. You can see how you can use all his accessories, and you actually have a really nice, well, instructional pamphlet here. There was one area I had to translate the text just to get him transformed, but yeah, looks really good. But if you have the original MP52, you know what to do. Well, except for the head and the wings and well, never mind. He comes with a adapter, flight adapter. No, flight stand adapter. Get it right, Teo. Looks like this. Really nice. He comes with 2 effects parts. You can have him shooting jet streams out of his behind. Yes, I said that. And of course, he comes with the stand that MP52 had as well. He has his 2 null rays, and they are really nicely molded. I think that they are painted because I actually have some paint scrapage here because I used metallic tool to get them out of these. So don't do that. And you can see the red beneath, which tells me that everything black on him is painted. So he is 100% painted. I like that. These are very nice, and you can put them wherever you wish on him. Well, and these are very angular. You are able to angle this any way you want. Very nice done. And of course, and here you can see the red again. You have these thicker things that you can tab onto the outside of the null rays just to make him thrusty. And I actually keep them on for robot mode because I like that way better than the null rays on thrust. I know he has the null rays, but you know, yeah, that's just me. And he comes with 3, but I can only find 2 additional faces, 1 screaming and 1 the same that is actually on him. I'm never going to change them out, but they are easy to change out because it's just a peg. So just get your nail under and, you know the drill. Now we come to the bot himself, and I know that some reviewers call this a knockoff, some call it not a knockoff, but I mean, it is a knockoff of the MP52, but with a lot of new detailing. These wings are new, these little propellers are new, and they can actually spin around. So there are a lot of new pieces on this bot. These are new, for instance, and so on. So I hesitate to call it a knockoff because it actually, and I know people are going to hate me for this, but it actually is of better quality than the Takara one. Mostly, I might add. You can see some paint scrapage here and there, but, well, otherwise it looks just dandy, and it has the same things like the Takara one did. You can open up the cockpit and look at a little seat there. I don't know if I have any that can actually go in there, but still, it looks good. I'm gonna pre-fold that just for the, because I'm insane. This is how it looks from above. This is what it looks from beneath, and this is where things start to fall apart. But so did the MP52 look as well. So I'm inclined to accept this. inclined. Yes, inclined. I said inclined. The back of him, the front of him, and everything just looks really nice. You can bring the null rays in, and you can tab them in here if you want them to. You can also tab them in here on the wing, so they look like that. And I think that actually is a bit better. I'm going to show you this again, just to... There you have a little port, and on the side of the null ray you have a little peg. And they do stick in very nicely. Yeah. For articulation, you can move the jet thrusters about. If you want to, you can open these up. If you want to display him with those open. And he does roll on wheels. Just that my table is just full of holes, so this tends to just get stuck. But that's my table's fault. You can, of course, put these into his little thrusters. They are painted, so it is a bit fiddly getting them on there. But as you can see, you can do that just fine. And if you wanted to put him on a stand, you push this piece in here, just as you did with the MP52. And I do still hate this fastening piece, because it is either on or always off, like that. Now it's on, and you can bring the stand in. You put him in a good pose, hopefully. I have to tighten that screw, I think. But there you have him, all nice and very nice bot. And you can see the shine on him. The shine and the paint and everything is just great on him. But as you can see, I need to tighten this screw severely. But that will not be a problem, it's just a normal screw, so I'm gonna take these off for now, because they are just silly, in my humble opinion. Now, if you want him to have these on, you have to put the null rays in them, and once you do, you don't get it out, so I'm going to push them in, and then we're going to have these big ones for the rest of the review, because they are both painted. And yeah, getting them out is just impossible without breaking things. But you attach them the same way, either here on that little peg, or here on that same piece of shishke. Now you have him with these big, massive cannons, and he looks just thrusty. And quality-wise, he is fairly good. I would say a bit better than the Takara. The paint isn't as sturdy as Takara's, though, because I have some paint scrapage on non-red pieces, but they don't really show up if you don't look for them. He is sturdy, he doesn't flop about, you can shake him around. There are some diecast, I think, on him. No, maybe not. But he feels hefty. So there you have him. And for comparison, I'm going to bring in, just because I have him here, Air Raid. And this is the Seda Toys version. And they are about the same size, I think. Yeah. They don't really fit on my screen, unfortunately. There you can see them both beside each other. And they do look good. They just... The quality is so different, it's embarrassing. I mean, this is just... Well, I'm not gonna say the word. And this is actually fairly good. So I'm happy. But as you can see, they are about the same size. So, I mean, both have robot parts underneath. So, well. And as I said before, I'm not going to transform my MP52 version 2 Starscream because I am not sure it will hold. So please be patient with me. I will show him off in robot mode. And here he is in robot mode, and it's a glorious robot mode indeed. I do have some paint scrapage on the lips, but I do have the other face I can just put on. So this is my, transform several time face, and I'm going to save this one in a little plastic baggie. And he looks sublime. This is such a good Conehead. I mean, look at the Conehead. Conehead. And unfortunately, he has the same issues that MP52 had with the stability of the feet. It is okay if you turn the legs out a bit, as I have done here, but otherwise he just falls forward. But being a copy of the original, it's expected, I guess. Very nicely done here. A bit too black, I think, but it works. I think it should be gray, but like this. But it works, it looks good. And you can, of course, you can see the cockpit in there and some nice detailing. You can actually open this up and you have some missiles in there, or whatever they are. And you have some nice legs there, very big chunky pieces for the knees there. Some effects on the skirt piece, nice painted black effects here. And this is his back, not very Ghibli indeed, so I like that. And he actually looks really, really nice. For articulation, the head can rotate around, look down, look up. I'm gonna take this off just for articulation. You can go 360, but the wings are in the way. You can go out on the transforming hinge there, or use this ratcheted one. You have bicep swivel. You have above 90 degree at the elbow, which is very nice. And you have the same hands as MP52 had. Love them or hate them, they actually do look kind of good. Except for the thumb, which is just horrific. But they are really nice. You don't have any swivel at the waist, but you do have an ab crunch, which is nice. Let's get these away, shall we? No skirt pieces in the way. He can kick forward like that, out to the side like that, then this comes in the way, and nothing back. No, nothing back at all. Strange. You have an above 90 degree, just as MP52. And just as MP52, you have to hold this to actually get him to do what he's supposed to. The feet are the same, a bit too loose for my liking. You can have them up, down, a bit tilting, but not much. You can, of course, angle these however you want. You can move these to the back of him if you want that look. But this time around, there's nothing really tabbing them in, so why would you? So there you have him in robot mode. And you can, of course, put this in and use the flight stand that comes with him. But unfortunately, the arm for the flight stand, just like with the MP52, is too short. And I'm not going to bother with it because This just looks great as is, in my humble opinion. I could look at this bot for ages. There is something with Coneheads, I don't know. Maybe because I didn't have Coneheads as a child, but still, I like them very, very much. And I do have the MPU-2 and 3 pre-ordered. I hope these are stiffer on those, but still, I like them so much. And I'm not going to detach these big ones here, because please imagine the null race here if you want that kind of look. Now, for comparison, MP52 Starscream. I'm trying to get him to stand. And you can see that they are the same. Basically, they just have different heads, and they added some wings to this bot that wasn't on this. The wings here are on the inside, but these were too big, I take it. And this is actually cartoon accurate, so I'm happy they are on the outside. If you shake them about, you can see that the Kara is flimsier than the MPU, and so goes it with all of the bot, actually. Everything is just a bit loosey-goosey on this one, so yeah. But I still like him, and he is still my Starscream, so I'm not bad-mouthing Takara, I'm not bad-mouthing him in any way, absolutely not. But, you know.
Don't quit your day job, Thrust! Remember who is in charge here!
And so on, and so on, and so on. Now, Starscream, you've done your bit, stop smirking.
I will always smirk.
Why do you sound like Skeletor?
Because you are not that good of a voice actor.
Okay, stop it. So, for my conclusion, I like this bot. I like it very, very much. And this is MPU's first try at Conehead, and it's really good. They should improve some things for the next one, because some things are just too unnerving, like the feet. But it's the same thing on the MP52, so I don't blame them really. They just need to check their source materials. Since I couldn't get any other Thrust, because everything is sold out, I was hoping for like make toys and stuff like that, but everything is sold out, and I'm not going to pay post-market prices. I'm really happy I got this. Really, really happy that it was still on the market for a reasonable sum. I don't really know what I paid, because, well, it takes a long time for stuff to get to me, so I forget what I paid for them. But for what he is, he gets a master score of 7. It is rather high, and quality-wise, I would give him a masterpiece score of 6, but I just like him so much. I have to give him a 7. He is a recommendation from me. But just beware, he has the same faults as MP52, and there are some paint blemishes here and there, but overall, he's really, really good. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.